Hey besties, I missed y'all yesterday. I know. Y'all knew I wasn't gonna miss 2 days in a row. Y'all should have knew that. Could have bet on that. But I was working all day yesterday. And y'all see I'm currently at work again. But it's okay. I wasn't missing 2 days. But y'all already know what we here for. Y'all know we here for our daily chat. And we're talking about mental health, mental awareness. Because me myself, I do deal with depression and anxiety. And it's okay if you do too. It's okay to know that you have these battles. What's not okay is ignoring it, acting like you don't, and just not acknowledging it, because that's how things go downhill. That's how things get bad. So it's okay to not be okay, but acknowledge that you're not okay. Find your triggers. That's one thing that a lot of people don't do, that need to do, or don't realize that it's something that needs to be done. It's things that triggers depression. It's things that triggers your anxiety, and you maybe not know it. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Y'all, told y'all I was at work, but it might be things that you don't know trigger you, but it is a trigger. So what I did is, when I start having one of these modes, or I'm feeling depressed or I'm feeling down, I try to think about what I'm thinking about. Like, I'm trying to realize what I started thinking about, what activities I was doing, what I had going on to trigger this depression or trigger this anxiety. And once you figure out your triggers, you have to put in the work to decide if those triggers can be removed from your life, cut off from your life, or if you can replace those triggers with other things in your life, other situations, or anything like that. So, yeah, it's just mental awareness is important. And I don't like when people try to make it seem like it's not a thing, or it's not as serious as people try to make it out to be, because it is serious. It is something that some people don't even realize that they're going through depression, or some people don't even realize that they're going through having an anxiety issue. So I feel it is really important to for people to acknowledge the change in behavior. So if you're a person that usually keeps their house clean, really clean, and you're noticing that it's starting to fall off, your house is now looking kind of messy on a daily basis, you might be facing some depression. If you're a person that's usually calm, cool, collective, but now it's like you're worrying about things more often, or you seem like you're a little bit more fast paced, you might be dealing with anxiety. I'll be back. All right, besties, I'm back. So you might be dealing with anxiety, depression. Sometimes people only get situational depression or situational anxiety. Like, it's not something that you deal with often or daily. It's just certain situations that might throw you into depression or throw you into anxiety, kind of like postpartum depression. After having a baby, it threw you into depression, but it might not have been something that you dealt with throughout your life. You get what I'm saying? Or you lose your job, so now you're feeling depressed. It's not something that you deal with depression a lot, but now it's a situation that's causing you to feel depressed. You just had a breakup. When changes happen in your life, they could cause for your emotions and your mental to take a change in a toll that you're not used to. So just some signs that you may be dealing with depression. If if you're feeling sad, but you don't really know what you're feeling sad about, that you're just feeling sad, you're feeling down. One, you're feeling sad, feeling down, okay? And not just a normal sad, kind of like a nothing, you only thinking sad thoughts, like you only thinking about sad things. Like it's not just a certain thing that's making you sad. You're literally starting to think about everything that's causing you to be sad. Two, if you usually clean, you're letting your dirt pile up, like not wanting to clean, not wanting to organize, not wanting to keep things where it's supposed to be, or like I said, clean, not wanting to shower, not wanting to keep yourself clean is a sign of depression. Not wanting to eat, not wanting to do your normal activities. Like if you normally go out with friends and you just noticing that every time your friends are like, hey, you want to go out? And you're like, no, I'm not really up to it. No, I'm not really up to it. You know, just these are like a little things to look out for. And if you're a person that's not dealing with depression, but you think somebody's dealing with depression, them are some key things to look out for, you know. And if you having somebody that deal with depression, don't judge them, you know. Go and help them clean, you know, or just go sit with them. You get what I'm saying? Some people that's dealing with depression would like for a person to just sit with them, you know, even if they don't tell you. You get what I mean? Don't tell a person that's dealing with depression, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, that ain't nothing that bad. That ain't that big, because it might not be big to you, but it's big to them. And you telling them it's not that big could make them spiral even more, because now it's like, oh my God, like, you get what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's not something to tell somebody that with depression, or tell them, or you'll get over it. Or you'll get over it. That's not something you want to tell somebody with depression. Yeah, that's just a little bit. If y'all want to talk more about it, we can definitely talk about it. But this is just something, I'm not no therapist, I'm not no doctor when it comes to this stuff. It's just my observations and my thoughts as a person that dealt with it or deals with it on a regular. I haven't dealt with it in a long time. Like I haven't had no depression spells in a long time, and that's because I have got closer to God and my faith, and I found out my triggers. I learned my triggers and I got rid of those triggers. So like, it's like I don't deal with those triggers no more. And if I see you a person that's trying to enter those triggers into my life again, I will remove you as well. And it's pretty much just like I got an understanding of my triggers and figured out what I needed to do. It's easier said than done. I definitely know that. And me, like I said, me, a person dealing with depression, I know it's easier said than done. But the first step is acknowledging that you have this battle that you're fighting. If you can't even acknowledge it, you're not gonna never start to progress in your controlling it. You get what I mean? Anxiety, that's a little different, because anxiety can come across if you having changes in your life, if you have new changes coming in your life, if you're worrying. You know, some people, instead of getting depressed, they will flare up in anxiety because now they're worried, their mind is in full throttle, can't turn it off, can't stop it. And that's just how it be sometimes. So with that, you literally just need to take a breather. What I do is I write down what I'm worrying about, and what I'm on that list. If it's something that I know is like I can't control it, I literally scratch it off. I know you might think that it seems like that don't seem like that's gonna help you. You will be surprised. I would literally, and sometimes if I don't have a pen and paper, I would just write it in my notes. And whatever that list is, I would just erase what I have no control over, and something I can't change or can't make any better anytime soon. And then the stuff that I have completed, I will put a check mark by it, because that will make me feel like, okay, stop worrying, you're good. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my little spiel today. That's our little chat today. That's chat session today. And I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow, besties.